Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Walhalla, North Dakota, 10 miles south of the Canadian border. As me and Derek were joking about here on the trip here, of course, to my left, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Joseph Stetz in the driver's seat tonight. Derek, you get to take the passenger seat tonight. You get tomorrow's game, but I get tonight's game. And tonight's game, we have the Finley-Sharon Spartans traveling up to Walhalla to take on the North Border Eagles in this play-in game for Region 2 between, of course, the Eagles and the Spartans. We'll take a break. Coming back to our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll break down tonight's matchup and get the coaches' comments from both the Eagles and the Spartans here on yourliveevent.com.
Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting finleyfarmerselevator.com.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program for kids. It's a young savers club with various incentives, including newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to find out more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The aisles at Mix Grocery and Hope are filled with products you know and love. That's why Mix Grocery is your one-stop shop for all of your shopping needs. Mix has a deli, bakery, produce, and fresh meat. Whether you're looking for quick and easy meals or trying a new recipe, you'll find what you need at a great value. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mix Grocery in Hope, North Dakota. 701-945-2691.
Welcoming you back here to Walhalla, North Dakota for this play-in game between the number 10 seed Finley-Sharon Spartans traveling all the way up here to take on the North Border Eagles. Again, joining me in the broadcast tonight to the left, we'll get them incorporated real quick. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer. I can't bring up any more Chiefs references with you because, of course, the Chiefs season is over.
I'd rather you not.
Thank you, Derek, for your comments there on your Irie Insurance pregame show. And your Irie Insurance, the sponsor for the pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We take a look and we'll give a tail of the tape between these two teams as they size up against each other in tonight's matchup. First, we'll start with the road team on the schedule, the team that had traveled all the way here to Walhalla along with us. We'll get to that in a second. The Spartans come into tonight's game with a 4-15 season record, but as we all know, playoff time, we're 0-0. There's no, you can throw the records out the book. It's whoever wants it moves on to the next round, and of course, Laura Irie looking to get her team going, along with, hopefully getting it off on the right page here with, of course, Reagan Zerfus, as we talked in the pregame coaches' comments, we'll get to in a second. Marissa Mitchell, Beth Mayhews, playing as seniors in their final game. What could be their final game? We always have to put the what if in there, because this could be it, or they could have another one. But it's going to come down to that where you have a little bit of age on that side. As we'll flip over when we get to the Eagles, we'll talk about their youth. Derek, what do you know how it's going. Welcome to the broadcast.
Well, I gotta say, as far as you being in the driver's seat tonight, I do control this broadcast at the tip of my fingers as far as graphics, production, and whatnot. And I also drove us all 2 hours and 33 minutes up here. But as for driving tonight for the Spartans, their driving force is Reagan Zerfus, the freshman, down in the paint. We beat it to death how much she beats teams down to a pulp in the paint. That's where she does her best work. And this is a rematch between the Eagles and the Spartans, and it's real where Reagan Zerfus got things going. She got double figures in that game back on December 19th with 11 points and a 49-29 victory for the Eagles. That was at Hope, North Dakota. So it's been a long time since these two teams have seen each other. So I'm sure the Spartans have had a lot of time to think about this since they found out they're going to play a team they've already battled with before.
And of course, I had a chance to catch up with both coaches, and both coaches agree to the same thing. It's a totally different team. Both teams, it was a third game of the season when these two teams matched up, both on their third game of the year. We've come a long way. It's the postseason. It's been 14 games since that game for both of them, and it's a whole different team. And of course, at the time when you said about Reagan Zerfus for the Spartans, starting her getting into double figures, well, ever since that, she's been right around that 14, 15-point mark, averaging points per game, as I'm really botching that one.
No worries, Joe. We're all good here. Hey, it's the playoffs. You can cut the tension with a knife the way these teams are probably feeling, knowing, hey, their season could end like that.
And especially as we'll flip over now to the North Border Eagles, and you got to think with their age, it could be come into play with playing in the postseason, not having the age as like the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, as the North Border Eagles will roll with 1 junior, 0 seniors, 2 sophomores, and 4 freshmen on their main lineup. I know, it's always kind of the thing. Do you want experience when it comes to playoffs, or the youth and the energy? I always say age ages well in the playoffs because you're a little more smarter. But we'll see here tonight with these Eagles as they're rocking a 6-12 overall record on the season. Of course, against the Spartan teams, defeating them by 20, 49-29 in Hope. Now they get them on their floor. What do you expect out of the Eagles here tonight?
With the Eagles progressing as far as experience-wise, it shows on the record book at 6-12. They're still learning, even though they beat this Finley-Sharon Page squad by 20 points 2 months ago. A lot can happen in those 2 months. And honestly, only 2 games are the difference between the Spartans and the Eagles. So I would not count the Spartans out. Of course, we've seen them have their moments. They beat Hillsborough Central Valley, a regional opponent, not too long ago. A little momentum right there coming into tonight's play-in game. And they do very well in the first quarter. And it's mostly whenever Reagan Zerfus has a little bit of help. It's Marissa Mitchell hitting top of the key threes, or Mehus finding shots. And I believe tonight, a key factor, a second component that can really kickstart a Spartan playoff run is Allie Stromset. If she gets going and complements Reagan Zerfus and company, we can see a Spartan victory here tonight.
As we turn it back to the Spartans, we'll give you their last 5 games rundown here. As, of course, in their last 5 games, they lost to Hatton Northwood 58-32 on February 4th. That was home for that one. Then they hosted Hillsborough Central Valley, took the win there 48-41. They again then traveled to Hatton Northwood and lost there 64-34 over the Thunder from Hatton Northwood. And then, of course, their final regular season game lost at Richland 68-29. As we'll now talk about the last 5 for the Eagles here. And their last 5 looks like this. And actually, they've only played 5 games in the month of February so far. Their last 5 games starting on February 1st with a win over Drayton Valley Edinburgh 43-29 here in Walhalla, North Dakota. As well, then they traveled to Hillsborough Central Valley and took a win there 34-27 over the Burros. Then they took a loss on the road to Nelson County 51-40, and then also finishing the season with a loss at Grafton 90-20. So you look into it, 2 teams just getting their way into the playoffs. But again, it doesn't matter. Your record does not matter in the playoffs. It is 0 and 0. The only two numbers that matter, of course, are your seedings and how you play, and of course, who pulls out the win tonight to move on here.
It's not a big difference between either team. Like I said, with the 2-game difference, the Spartans at 4 and 15, and the Eagles sitting at 6 and 12, 2-win difference between both squads. Also, Spartans are a 10 seed. Eagles are the 7th. It's not out of this world to think or believe that the Spartans can pull it off. But again, of course, already got the experience and the notch over the Spartans. The Eagles do. But 2 months ago, it's hard to beat a team twice one season, the old cliche, but it sticks true. We saw it last night with the boys of Finley-Sharon Page and Barnes County North. Let's see if that happens here for the Eagles tonight.
We'll take a 30-second timeout here on your Irie Insurance pregame show and come back with Coach Laura Irie's comments here in tonight's matchup between the Spartans and the Eagles here on yourliveevent.com.
The vision of the Finley-Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationships to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Finley-Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit finleysharonschool.com. And go Spartans!
Welcome you back into your Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online, IrieINS.com. We'll get it right into it with the coach's comments from Coach Laura Irie of the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans. Pregame coach's comments here with the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans head coach Laura Irie. And Coach, playoff time. Let's throw the record out the book. That does not matter anymore. But I know the record that is on your mind is the season matchup against these Eagles. 0-1 against them so far. What is different about this team from the third game of the season till now from your scouting?
Well, like I said, we played them right away in the season. So we had played them on good first half. Second half, we kind of faltered and let them hit shots and stuff. And they're a young team. You know, no seniors, one junior, and a lot of sophomores. And, you know, we have some young girls and some inexperienced, but I feel like we can match up with them. You know, I feel we got a height advantage on them. You know, they're not very tall. They're quick. But we have to contain their outside shooters, and we have to just play our best game tonight. Hopefully we can get a win.
I know the scenery changes. We're up here in Walhalla, North Dakota, 10 miles south of the Canadian border, it seems like. And it was a far travel. Are your girls prepared tonight, or are they mentally prepared is the real question?
Yeah, and we've had 3 days of practice to get ready, so we've worked on different scenarios, different things. It was a long bus drive, but this is it for them. You know, I said this is it, or you know, we lose, we go home. So they're prepared, they're going to work hard, and they're going to give their best effort tonight. I know it.
I know Beth Mayhews, Marissa Mitchell, to name a couple of the seniors, that this is it. This is it. What is your mindset to them, or what are you telling them to say, hey, let's leave it all out there. You're seniors, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them, and that's what I tell all the girls too, especially your seniors, because you know you want to end. You know, we don't want to end tonight, but we want to end on a good note. So we're looking forward to getting this win hopefully tonight, and then we can go play in the Betty on Monday. That's been one of our goals all season, just to make it to the Betty. So hopefully we can.
Coming up against this Eagles tonight, what is the keys offensively from the scouting you've done? Of course, because Game 3, long time ago, it doesn't seem that long, but it has been a long time. What is the game plan tonight to take a win here and move on to the Betty against the Eagles?
Yeah, we worked on a lot of different kind of defensive schemes also this week. We threw in one that we haven't hardly ran, so we're going to try a few new looks there. We're hoping they can run their 2-3 defense because we got a nice set for that, and we just got to take care of the ball. I told them, I said 5 turnovers or less a quarter is what we got to do to be able to win this game. So that's the keys. Hopefully we can stick to them.
Well, I'm hoping you guys can, and let's make this a pretty exciteful game here tonight against the Eagles.
We will do that. Thanks.
That was Coach Laura Irie of the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans ahead of their matchup with the North Border Eagles here on yourliveevent.com.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Welcoming you back to the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online, IRIEINS.com. We'll get it quickly into the North Border Eagle head coach, Patrick Dunnigan, for his pregame coach's comments with the matchup tonight against the Spartans. Pregame coach's comments here with North Border Eagles head coach Patrick Dunnigan. And coach, first off, I know it's playoff time. We don't need to talk about the records anymore. We don't need it. That's all thrown out the books because we're all started 0-0 now. Tonight you're coming up against a matchup with the Finley-Sharon Spartans. You had an earlier matchup, but what do you know about the Spartans coming in?
Well, first off, the Spartans are well coached. Laura knows what she's doing. She's a very intense coach. She knows how to get her players performing, and keep them engaged. I think she's had her challenges this year with some youth too, kind of like us, and blending it in. But I know they like to go through Reagan a lot too on the inside, and Reagan's kind of their go-to girl, and she's a big part of their whole team.
I know you talk about the youth, and there's none younger team I've seen so far than your Eagles so far, with rocking 4 freshmen and 2 sophomores, and you'd say that your junior just started playing basketball, but you look at a team like the Spartans, they have at least 2 to 3 seniors on the squad this year. Is that going to play an effect here in tonight's playoff game?
We don't have the upperclassmen leadership, and sometimes in games like this, it's nice to look to the upperclassmen to lead. But on the same breath, I'll say that this group has played together for a long time, so they kind of build within themselves. They really don't have a girl that's going to come out and just make you go wow every night. But their teamwork, the way they work hard on defense, just their approach to the game. That's our strength, and so I'm looking for that to lead us through tonight and keep us competitive throughout the game.
Tonight's matchup, of course, the 3rd game of the season. You guys matched up, the Spartans and the Eagles, and in Hope, North Dakota, you guys took the victory 49-29 over the Spartans team, and now we'll get to see the change of scenery. Now we're up here in North Border, and what is the keys to success offensively, defensively tonight that your Eagles need to do to take another victory against the Spartans?
Well, both teams I'm sure have changed. I know we've changed a lot throughout the season, and I'm anticipating the same from Finley-Sharon Page. But defensively, we just got to stick to our game plan and play solid defense and have good ball positioning. Know where the ball's at, and every girl be in the right spot. We can't miss an assignment, and we need to control the boards obviously as well too. But I think more importantly, it's just not missing a defensive assignment. It's be in the right place at the right time. We look back. We watched some film against Finley-Sharon Page and other teams throughout the year too. But we made enough mistakes in that game too that we feel that we need to clean up a bit, and we've obviously put a lot of emphasis on them this last week in practice. But leading to offense, our girls need to stay aggressive and take care of the ball. We play best when we are aggressive and not sitting back. We just that's what I'm looking for. Our girls just to stay aggressive and not get passive in the game, and stand on offense. And we need to move, and just, like I said, aggressive is what I want to see.
Coach Dunnigan, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight with your Eagles.
Appreciate it.
That was Coach Patrick Dunnigan with the North Border Eagles here ahead of his matchup with the Finley-Sharon Page Spartans here in Walhalla, North Dakota. We'll come back and we'll give a chance to honor the country and playing our national anthem, and of course come back for your starting lineups here from Walhalla, North Dakota on yourliveevent.com.
We know agriculture, and we know ag lending.
Citizen State Bank has competitive rates, and you can get the best loan to keep your farm running smooth. Whether it's land, crops, livestock, or machinery, Citizen State Bank has lenders to help you find the best loan with the best rate in Finley, Cooperstown, and Northwood. For more information, visit us online at csbfinley.com. Member FDIC.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. We have established robust COVID-19 safety rules for our workers, and when they're not at work on our project, they're advised to follow local health guidelines because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Finley Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Finley Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or reoccurring maintenance. Call 701-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Finley or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at finleymotors.com.
Spartans, starting guard, she's a sophomore, number
Welcoming
3,
you back to the starting lineup segment here on our Your
She's
Live
a senior
event
guard wearing number
with the
5.
matchup between the Finley-Sharon Spartans and the North Border Eagles. We'll start with the Finley-Sharon Spartans. They are going to roll with their normal starting 5. They're going to go with number 3, Alyssa Stromsen, the sophomore guard forward. They're going to go with number 5, Beth Mayhews, the senior guard forward, 5'5". They're going to roll with number 10, Reagan Zerfus, a freshman forward, 5'9". They're going to go with the Marissa Mitchell, the senior guard, number 11, as well as rounding it out, Jillian Larson, the center, the sophomore, standing at 6'1", number 31. As we had another light show of an intro from the Eagles, and it's going to be hard to see the stat sheet, but the Eagles are going to roll with number 22, Kira Moore, the freshman guard forward. They're going to go with number 20, Taylor Dunnigan, the freshman forward at 5'7". They're going to go with Jenna Frazier, the freshman guard forward, 5'5". Also number 10, Kira Helen, the sophomore guard forward, at 5'5" as well. And number 5, Addison Brown, the sophomore guard, at 5'5" as well. The North Border Eagles are coached by Patrick Dunnigan, head coach, and Lee Beatty, the assistant coach. As for the Finley-Sharon Spartans, Laura Irie, head coach, Mark Frost, the assistant coach for them. As both teams getting ready to approach center line, as the Eagles are going to get one last comment there from Dunnigan ahead of the matchup. The Spartans are wearing the navy blue with white and red trim on the sides, white numbers, and red Spartans across the chest. The Eagles are going to go with their white home jerseys with it looks to be black and gold trim and gold numbers here as we get it quickly inside. Reagan Zerfus shot up, no good, and a rebound offensively there, dug out by Beth Mayhew. She'll swing it all the way to the top, and Marissa Mitchell will set it up. Stromsen, right wing 3, up, no good off back iron. Rebounded there by Jillian Larson. Her shot up, no good, and it's going to be rebounded here by Taylor Dunnigan and brought up, no, that rebound was Kira Moore on the rebound.
One possession for the Spartans and 3 missed shots.
But they got 3 shots out of it. Jenna Frazier, 3-ball, right wing, up and good. Add 3 to her, give the first 3 of the night to the Eagles here in tonight's matchup.
3 points so far. She had 13 on the December 19th outing against the Spartans way back when.
As we're going to get a defensive foul, a blocking call there. That is going to be called on Addison Brown, her first, team's first of the ball game here tonight. 7:07, 3-0. The Eagles leading the Spartans here. They get it in quickly. The Spartans now to Stromstead, now to the top, and over is Mayhews. Mayhews looking for where to go with it. She's just going to pitch it to the top of the key where Mitchell sets it up. Now swings it over to Mayhews. Pump fakes. No, gets it back to Mitchell. She's going to line a three all the way. That's like NBA range, and that's a big answer on their end as Marissa Mitchell tacks on three and ties the game 3-3 here.
I think Mitchell just channeled her inner Jordan right there after listening to the Chicago Bulls theme.
Back out, 3-ball put up here by the Eagles. Off back iron, that shot that time by Kira Moore, but it's going to be offensive rebound here by the Eagles, and they're going to get called for a walk on the transfer. The offensive rebound there by Kira Helen, and walking as she tried to get it inside to Taylon Dugan.
Perfect way for the Spartans to respond with a three of their own, and not only a three, but an NBA range three by Mitchell. Good night.
It settles the nerves real quick, especially when you can score first. Mitchell to Surface now, left corner. Surface looking for where to go with it. She's going to pitch it back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to pick it up, now swing it to the corner. That is Mayhew. She tries to insert it inside Surface, and it's going to be tipped away out of bounds. Off of the Eagles, that time the deflection, Taylon Dunnigan.
Of course, they're going to Zerfus, and of course, Zerfus is going to be pestered all night.
It looks like the Eagles are playing a 2-3 zone as Mayhews inbounds to Stromstead. Off the hands of Larson, she goes over to Zerfus. Her shot up, no good, and it rolls around and collected here by the Eagles. That rebound collected there by Jenna Frazier, and she'll bring it up here. Now swinging over the right side, Addison Brown on the right corner, and it's going to be a tip ball going out of bounds. They say off of Mayhews, and it's going to stay with the Eagles here. 5:54 in your first quarter. 3-3 the score. Eagles have possession of the basketball. Swings it inside. Nice shot, or nice pass to a shot there, but it's going to be the shot missed. Rebound. Loose ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Eagles. It's going to go the Spartans' way.
Nice pass, nice look. Just couldn't finish it. Wasn't even close to the rim.
Mayhews now inside, or to the corner is Zerfus. She's going to cross court it all the way to the right elbow to Stromstead. Out to Mayhews. She's going to line a quick trigger three. Up, no good. Offensive rebound there by Zerfus. Her shot up, no good. And a good defensive rebound there to cancel that possession that time by the Eagles. And that rebound collected that time by Taylon Dunnigan.
Might be some nerves right there by Beth Mayhews. Her shot was way overboard on that three ball.
Swings it over. Now it's added. No, that's not Addison Brown. That's Jenna Frazier. Now over to the top here is Kira Moore. Now gets it over to Brown. Brown's going to drive baseline. Tries to go underneath. No, she'll swing it back out to Moore. Moore's going to drive in. Hard in. No good. Shot up. Or gets her own offensive rebound. And gets a second shot up. And that's going to draw a whistle. And it's going to send her to the line to shoot two.
Both teams just finding nothing, nada, right now in the paint. Good stifling defense by both squads.
Jillian Larson on the foul there. Actually, they're going to call Allison Stromstead on the foul that time. Give her first of the ball game. Team's first, as the first one that time from Kira Moore is up and no good. But don't worry, she gets a second attempt here.
It might get more the way they played last time. That one swished. The Eagles shot 35 times from the foul line back on December 19th.
A lot of free throws given there as Kira Moore makes 1 of 2 at the line and it puts the Eagles back in front, 4-3 over the Spartans. Spartans have the basketball here with 4:50 in the first quarter. Mayhews inside of the free throw line. It's Larson. Larson dribbles, loses the handle of it, and it's going to be stolen away here by Addison Brown, and they're going to push it up the floor. She has the top of the key, now swings it over to the right corner. Pump fake, nice drive to the middle. She's going to take a shot up in the paint, up and good. That time the shot put up there by Jenna Frazier. Give her 2 more. And she has 5 as we get a quick timeout by Laura Irie as she tries to settle the team down. Still in control, or not in control of the game. 6-3, the Eagles leading the Spartans here with 4:30 in the first quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to 2021. We are all happy you are here. Time for a fresh start. Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. The start of each year brings excitement and opportunity for those of us in agriculture. At Irie Insurance, we feel the excitement as well, and we want to make sure 2021 gets off to a great start as you plan for the planting season. We would love to sit down with each of you for annual policy review and make sure your farm's equity is protected. To find an Irie Insurance agent near you, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back, the Eagles leading the Spartans 6-3 on your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard.
Please give Chad your business, of course, at 701-866-2972. Eagles poke that one away.
And they steal it away from the Spartans. Give them 3 turnovers early in tonight's ball game as it's settled down here. This time it is Jenna Frazier. She gets into the corner, now to the right elbow. Shot put up and no good that time from Helen. And it's going to be a defensive rebound to clear the glass by Jillian Larson. She'll get it back to Stromstead, who sets it up here for the Spartans. 4 minutes in counting in this first quarter. Zerfus on a baseline drive, shot up, no good, loose ball. Who are they going to say it's off of? They're going to stay with the Spartans underneath as they say it was off the Eagles there. Marissa Mitchell pestering there on the offensive, or for the offensive glass, but it goes out of bounds. They're going to keep possession of it. Substitution coming into the ball game. Esther Steinke checking into the ball game for Beth Mayhews here with 3:52 in the first quarter.
Also substitution as Mitchell fires away from the right side. Mitty gets her own rebound. Now Stromstead, she puts up the glass, won't go.
And that shot up, no good. Rebounded here by Jenna Frazier, and she'll clear it and get her Eagles an offensive opportunity here. Swings it over to Brown. Brown picks up her dribble, now picks it up top. To that time, it is Carrier checks into the ball game. Lauren Carrier for the Eagles. Baseline drive is going to be called a blocking foul here as Jenna Frazier tried to drive baseline. Stromstead cut the lane off, and she's going to get picked up with a foul here. That is going to be her second foul of the ball game. Team's second as well.
I believe Lauren Carrier checked in for Kiera Helen for the Eagles, and now Stromstead checks out, coming in her place, Haley Schlotfeld.
Haley Schlotfeld checks into the ball game as the Eagles now have it here, right corner, and now they'll swing it over to Addison Brown. Addison Brown drives, guarded here by Esther Steinke, now swings it over to the right side. It's Frazier. Frazier going to dribble to the left, right elbow, pick it up, and swing it back across. Now it's set up and swung over to the left side. Here is Addison Brown. Brown inside, nice post shot there, no good that time. That shot was put up by Kira Moore, and it's going to be rebounded here by the Spartans and given into the hands of Marissa Mitchell, who sets it up, gets into the corner. Haley Schlotfeld now has it. She swings it back up top and inside. Try to get it into there to Jillian Larson, but it's stolen away that time as Taylon Dunnigan read that one and anticipated it. Gets another steal, the 5th turnover on the Spartans. Eagles now have it here, swings it across. That is Carrier. Now has it in the corner, now gets it Addison Brown, who's now swings it up top, and it sets up the offense for the Eagles. Brown gets a 3-ball opportunity up, no good. Long rebound control here by Haley Schlotfeld, and she'll get it to Marissa Mitchell here with 2:27 left in the first quarter. Zerfus now has it in the left corner, gets it back out to Mitchell. Mitchell dribbling through the zone defense she sees, gets it to Steinke. Steinke's going to try and drive baseline, kick it inside to Zerfus, but it's going to be stolen away here. That time it was Kira Moore, and the Eagles will come with it. 6-team turnover for the Spartans. They get it over. Now it's set up here by the Eagles. It's Frazier. Now into the corner. It's Moore. Frazier now has it back on top. Gets in the elbow. Here's Dunnigan. Dunnigan over to Brown. Brown's going to drive to the elbow. Puts up a shot up. No good. And a good contest there that time by Jillian Larson. Rebounded by Schlotfeld. And here they come with it are the Spartans. Only down 3. 1 possession.
Some Spartans fans calling for the travel, nonetheless, to get the defensive rebound now possession.
Mitchell launches another NBA range 3, and it's no good. Long rebound as the Eagles tried to grab it to continue momentum on their side, and Kira Moore's foot was just out of bounds at the time she grabbed the basketball. It's going to stay with the Spartans here, right side out of bounds. Substitutions coming into the ballgame. Jillian Larson and Mitchell take a seat as Beth Mayhews and Hudson Zerfus check in tonight's ballgame for the first time.
That one was denied.
And a shot up that time, no good from Beth Mayhews as it was blocked by an Eagle. And the Eagles will have possession here with 1:23 here in the first quarter.
I see a low-scoring affair here like we did on December 19th.
Shot put up, no good that time from the Eagles. Loose rebound, and it's going to be a foul called on the Spartans as Kira Moore tracked down the rebound, and Esther Steinke is going to come in and basically get a foul call there, her first.
The only smooth shots we've seen are the lone three-pointers made. And the way they're playing inside the paint in the mid-range game, both teams are, just can't find anything. Their shots look erratic to some degree.
Dunnigan now has it here, drops it in the corner. Here's Frazier. She's going to drive middle, shot up, and good as she works her way into the paint and gets 2 for her Eagles and give her basically all 7 of the 8 points so far for the Eagles here.
Now that shot was composed.
Mayhews almost gets it deflected away, gets it to Steinke. Now to Schlotfeld, mid-range jump shot up, off back iron, no good. Rebounded by Brown, and 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. They will have to put up a shot here. They can't waste the shot clock. Now they'll set it up here for the Eagles. This is Frazier. Frazier now dips it into the corner, driving underneath is Brown. She found, I don't know how she got that pass in there to Dunnigan, but a foul is going to be called that time on the Spartans, and it's going to basically reset the shot clock, and it's going to reset the offensive possession here as the shot clock is turned off with 22 seconds here in the first quarter.
A smart maneuver just to get a nice new shot clock, too.
Dunnigan shot up, no good, but offensive rebound by, that time is Kira Moore. And as Esther Steinke had the basketball, she got it poked away. Off of that time, it was Jenna Frazier. It goes out of bounds. Spartans are going to keep the basketball and possibly have the chance for the last shot of the quarter.
Now she sliced it in there in the paint just to find new life.
Steinke driving baseline, picks up her dribble, gets it to Mayhews. Mayhews launches a three at the buzzer. It's up, no good off the backboard, and that is going to end the first quarter of play on your Chad Albert Steel Seats scoreboard. The Eagles lead the Spartans 8-3 as we'll come back with the second quarter action here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
Welcome you back here to Walhalla, North Dakota, where the Eagles and the Spartans take battle here in the play-in game for Region 2. And again, we'll welcome in Derek for this kind of quick intermission report, or, quarter break report. And Derek, what have you seen, for the Spartans? They've only got 3 points from the long three-ball attempt there by Marissa Mitchell. And the North Border Eagles are basically being led in scoring by Jenna Frazier with 7 of their 8 points.
Besides the long, groovy threes and the one layup inside by the Eagles, both teams' shots inside the paint in the mid-range game just look erratic. They don't look composed. Don't look composed right there. Start off with some tight defense by Mitchell, and they just can't find their footing right now, either squad.
As the Spartans come on playing very aggressive defense to start the second quarter, getting the Eagles a little off balance there by also not so much forcing the pressure up here at the timeline, but really in the corner, bringing double teams anytime they get an opportunity here as they continue the pressure here. And that's one thing that they could use to their advantage against a young team like the Eagles are. But the Eagles now have it here, control on the right side by Frazier. Now up top, here is Brown. She's going to put a shot up, no good. Loose ball, rebounded here by Beth Mayhews and given over to Mitchell here as they'll try with their first offensive possession here in the second quarter.
Yeah, too much on that runner, too much power.
Giving it to Steinke, now back to Mitchell. Mitchell bounce pass inside and out to Mayhews. Mayhews now swings it up top, and it is settled and swung back across inside to Zerfus. She tries a post maneuver on the left side, no good. Loose ball rebounded here by Jillian Larson, no good. Zerfus grabs the rebound, and she's going to get rewarded there and get sent to the line to shoot 2.
Reagan Zerfus is out-rebounding 3 players at once. I mean, the freshman is absolutely furious down inside the paint. None of her shots have hit yet so far. Something we are not accustomed to seeing early on in the game.
Her first one at the line is up and good. Give her first points of the game and give the Spartans a second scoring option so far in tonight's game on the stat sheet.
I believe there's a first trip to the line for the Spartans as well.
Correct, it is. The second one from the line for Zerfus rolls out. No good. 1 of 2 from the line. 8-4. They've cut the deficit in half. But the Eagles have possession here with a 4-point lead. Eagles bring it up. Here is this time, it is Frazier. Frazier to Brown. Now into the corners, Carrier. Carrier bounces it in, and they're going to get a foul as it's tried to get bounced back in to Brown. And the foul is going to be called on number 5, Beth Mayhews of the Spartans. That is the team's 5th foul. Beth Mayhews, first of the ballgame. Inbounded over to Carrier. Carrier thought about a 3, gets back to Brown, now across to Frazier, now to Moore. Very heavy pressure here brought on by the Spartans as Mitchell almost jumps the pass there, but the Eagles will keep possession here with 27 seconds on the shot clock.
Mitchell has been playing a pest on defense for the last month or so, doing a really good job, and a nice job there by Larson and May, who is forcing the turnover.
Mayhews with the rebound by another good shot contest that time by Jillian Larson. Now Mitchell has the inside to surface. She gets a shot up, and she'll get the roll to go home off the glass. Give her another two, give her three, and it'll share the scoring lead for the Spartans here tonight, as Mitchell will pick up a quick one there as she fouls this time. That was Jenna Frazier.
A little bit too much in the hip pocket. That's where Mitchell usually plays on her offensive counterpart. Just reached in a little bit too much.
Stromstead checking back into the ballgame for Esther Steinke for the Spartans, as well as Kira Helen checks into the ballgame for Taylor Dugan. Inbound here by the Eagles. They get it to Frazier. Now Frazier gets it back. Right wing. She's going to line a three up. No good. And an offensive rebound by Brown. She tries to get a shot up. No good. Larson with the rebound. And they're going to get a jump ball there. Larson had the ball up high, but the Eagles were not allowing that rebound to go through. They're going to get a jump ball. They're not going to get the possession on their side this time, but a very good effort there by the Eagles.
It's hard to take away a ball from a 6'1" gal.
Larson tries to
not right there, though.
Side, stolen away as the Eagles come with it. Here's Carrier. She drives to the right side. Shot up, no good. And Mitchell fouls on the way up. It's going to send Lauren Carrier, to the line to shoot a pair.
And in a span of barely under a minute, Mitchell, the senior captain of this squad, the Spartans, picks up 2 fouls.
First one from the line from Carriers up. Off left iron. No good as it rolls out. 5:52 here in the second quarter. 8-6. The Eagles lead.
Not to mention the Spartans now giving the Eagles the bonus right now with 17 fouls for Finley-Sharon Page.
The second one from Carriers up and good. Making a 1-for-2 trip. And give her first point of the night. 9-6 the score on your Chat Over Steel Seat scoreboard. The Spartans control it here. Stromson now has it in the corner. She gets it back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell in and out. Now it's Mayhews. Mayhews to Mitchell. Mitchell looking inside his surface. Nice pass. Oh, they're not going to count the end one. But fitting that pass in there to Zerfus between 2 Eagles. And Zerfus made the shot. It's just not going to count this time.
The velocity on that pass and the finish of the shot would have probably made the top 5 plays of the week on yourloveevent.com.
Looked like a Nolan Ryan fastball. Zerfus inside right block. She puts a shot up and good. And that's where she likes to make her money there, as she'll add 2 more. Make it 5 points for her here in tonight's ball game. 4 in the second quarter.
Yeah, Kaching, she'll get it any way she can in that possession.
We're going to get a jump ball. Another good defensive possession there from the Spartans, as the jump ball last time went to the Spartans. This time it's going to go to the Eagles. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 5:13 here in the second quarter. The Eagles holding a 1-point advantage over the Spartans. Now it's here to Brown to Frazier. Frazier has it now up top to Brown. Brown's going to drive into the paint, shot up, and she gets the roll to go. It looked like it hit the bottom of the front iron, but had so much spin on it, it grabbed itself and goes over the goes into the hoop. Nice shot there from Brown. Addison Brown, give her 2 points. Here are her first 2. Stromstead now has a corner. And I guess the bank is still open on a Friday night. She gets that one to go home and give her first 3. That time Allison Stromstead here on that 3. Ties the game up with 4:34 here in the first half.
Lucky number 11 in my opinion, and a nice bank by Stromstead.
Nice drive through as it shot up that time by Frazier. No good, but Larson grabs the rebound and gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell now running with it right side. Mitchell trying to feed it into Zerfus. Good defense there that time as it's stolen away by Kira Helen. And the Eagles are going to come with it here. 4:11 here in the first half or the second quarter. Frazier swings all the way across the carrier inside to Helen. Right? No, that was Kira Moore who got the inbounds there. Tried to put a shot up, but a block called there by Jillian Larson.
Yeah, Larson didn't have to really swat at. She just put her arm out parallel to the head in the basketball and just said, nah.
Kira Helen and Kira Moore check out of the ball game, as they're going to get a turnover with the newly inserted Caitlin Volk, as well as, I didn't see who the second person checking in for the Eagles was. The Spartans now have it. They have miscommunication, but Larson controls it. Inside to Zerfus. She's going to work that post. No good. Gets her own offensive rebound, but we're going to get a foul called underneath.
Look how focused the Eagles are on Zerfis in the paint. There's 4 defenders on her shoulders, while Stromstedt is in the left corner wide open. Could have took another tray.
3:46 here in the first quarter. Mitchell, an inbounds mid-range shot up, no good. Loose ball controlled here by, they're going to say, well, it's going to come down to both an Eagle and a Spartan. They're going to call jump ball, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans here. 3:41 here in the first half. Stromstedt inbound gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell now back to Stromstedt. She's going to line a corner 3 up. No good. Loose ball is going to be out of bounds off of Jillian Larson. They're going to go the way of the Eagles here with 3:35 here in the first half.
That one a little bit too much on the velocity board by Stromstedt with her 3 from the left corner.
Madison Brown gets it to Jenna Frazier. Frazier now gets it to Bulk, recently checked in. Shot up and no good, but a whistle called as that was Taylon Dunnigan, who was the second person to check into the ball game in that substitution. She'll get an opportunity to go to the line to shoot a pair.
Another trip to the line for these Eagles. They can make the Spartans pay like they did in the first game.
The first one is up, rattles out, no good, as she'll get a second attempt here with 3:25 here in the first half. She steps back to the line, spins it once, dribbles 3 times, right-handed shot is up, and it rattles, hits every part of the backboard and the basket, and it goes in. We have a timeout on the floor with the Eagles now holding a 12-11 advantage over the Spartans here near Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. The Eagles leading 12-11 here with 3:25 here in the first half on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local planter experts. Tune up, add up. The math is simple. Every additional percentage of meter accuracy adds a bushel or 2 more per acre. While they should run at 98% or better, many do not. That's why no matter who made them, no matter their type, every meter should be calibrated every year. Keep your meters in top-notch shape. Call RDK at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter maintenance today.
Welcoming you back as Esther Steinke, quick turnover there, gets the Eagles an opportunity here on the right side, and a shot up and good, make it a 3-point advantage. Zerfis inbounds it now to Steinke, and stolen away by the Eagles, and now it's to Frazier. Bounce pass over to Carrier, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Eagles, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans. Did you catch who made that shot there?
I did not, but I did catch that's now 9 turnovers by Finley-Sharon Hope Page in the first half alone.
As the Spartans now inbound it to Jillian Larson. Now over to Mitchell. Marissa Mitchell now has it here as she'll set it up on the top of the key. Lines a 3 up, rub off the front iron, no good. And it's going to be rebounded here by the Eagles and controlled by Frazier here. Frazier's going to bring it up, and it looks like the Spartans are going to flip back into, looks to be a 1, no, it looks to be a 3-2 zone as Marissa Mitchell steals it away, tries to feed it up top to Zerfis here, or inside to Zerfis. It's going to be airmailed just a little bit out of bounds. Turnover number 10 for the Spartans.
Really overeager on that pass. She had Zerfis in the paint where she could go to work and just put too much mustard on that one.
Lauren Carrier was the basket recipient off of the timeout. 3-ball put up by Frazier. It is up and good. Make it a 5-0 swing out of the timeout. And Laura Irie is going to call one herself. We'll do the same. We'll take a timeout. 17-11, 2:21 here left in the first half with the Eagles holding the advantage over the Spartans. As the officials are talking to Coach Dunnigan, and I guess the illegal substitution, or there's not a substitution that can go on there, is what they were discussing there. The Spartans now have it here with Mayhews. Mayhews pump fakes, now gets back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Stromstedt in the right wing. Stromstedt now into the corner is Zerfis. Zerfis picks it up, gets it over to Mitchell. Now across in left corner and into the corner now is Stromstedt. Stromstedt to Mitchell. Mitchell inside to Zerfis. Zerfis, hook shot up, no good. Rebounded here this time by Kiera Moore. And she'll get it to Jenna Frazier, and she'll bring it up the court for the Eagles.
Once again, 3 Eagles draped all over Zerfis on that shot.
Kiera Moore has it, baseline drive, shot off the on the back side of the backboard. It is up, no good, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans. Turnover there. Do you call that one a turnover? You call that a shot?
The way it hits out of bounds, I give it a TO.
Okay, that's a turnover. That's number 7 for the Eagles here tonight. Stromstead tries to get the basketball through her hands, out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Eagles here with 1:33 here in the first half.
11 turnovers and 11 points for the Spartans.
Frazier now has it into the corner. Quick 3-ball put up and in that time by Kiera Helen, and give her first points of the ball game and extend the lead to 9, 22-11. Larson out, Mitchell. Now over to Stromstead. Mitchell now has it up on top of the key. Mitchell's going to drive to the paint, shot up, and it goes. Count it, and 1. A weird angled shot, but it goes.
Someone play the circus music.
Circus, yeah. How does it go?
You're not going to make me do that on air, Joe. Not me.
Well, then why'd you bring it up?
You can use your imagination.
Oh, well, I want to know what your version of it is, as Mitchell gets her N1 opportunity. No good. She'll make a 2 out of 3 opportunity there.
I wasn't aware there's any covers of the circus song.
As we're going to get a kick ball off of Beth Mayhews. It's going to stay the Eagles here with 1:02 left here in the first half. 20-13, 7-point advantage for the Eagles, looking to extend it here as Addison Brown has it on the top of the key. Continually has it, gets it out of the corner. And a mid-range jump or a elbow line jump shot up, no good that time from Kiera Helen, and it's going to be rebounded by Reagan Zerfis and handed off to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive through, puts another shot up, no good. Zerfis fights for the rebound, and they're going to call it jump ball there, and it's going to go to the Eagles on that one.
Another possession basically wasted, just a quick shot. You had 40 seconds of clock to work on the game clock and 35 on the shot clock. I don't know why they put up so quickly.
Baseline drive here by Moore, no good. Mitchell on the backside gets the rebound on a physical one, and she'll bring it up here. Shot clock turned off as Stromstead has it mid-range. She puts up a shot at the elbow, no good, and a rebound controlled here by Helen, and she'll get it to Frazier. Frazier to set up for the, looks to be the final shot of the first half with 12 seconds, as she's going to drive through, gets a blocking call that time on Allison Stromstead. The call could have went the either way. I'm sure if Stromstead would have fell over more instead of like collapsing to the floor, you know what I mean when I'm saying falling, might have sold it. But anyway, the official call block. We'll live by it, and 2 free throws on the way.
I'm not sure why the Spartans didn't settle for the final shot of the half right there. The shot clock was turned off, and once again, just not taking their time to put it up.
Jenna Frazier at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. First one off back iron, no good. Rebounded by Haley Schlodfeld, and she's going to get
mugged.
I didn't know what the right word on that one is, but mugged, I guess, could be the right one, as the Eagles will pick up a team foul there. That one is going to be called on Kiera Helen. Quickly in Zerfis, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Schlodfeld. She's going to line one up from half court, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans. And it's going to go with the Eagles. With .4, you don't expect them to put a shot up here. And they don't.
You're correct.
Thanks, I'm Tony Romo. I know. I can predict the future. 20-13 will end the first half with the Eagles holding the advantage over the Spartans on your Chad Elbert Steel Seat scoreboard. We'll come back with our Christian Brothers Auto Group halftime report after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Here's a message from Chad Albert, Steel Seed, working the Spartan territory. Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. At Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and a service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put Golden Harvest to work for you. Contact Chad Albert, Steel Seed, 701-866-2972.
Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro is accepting new patients. They offer patients of all ages a full range of dental services, including Clear Correct, which is an option for invisible braces, and a $99 whitening program. Dr. Rothfuss accepts multiple insurance plans, including Delta Dental, United Concordia that was affiliated with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Principal Dental Insurance. Bring your smile to Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro, and the friendly staff will help make it sparkle. Call 701-636-4244 today.
Welcoming you into the halftime report. Your halftime report sponsored by Christian Brothers Auto Group. Find your next new or pre-owned vehicle at their showrooms in Finley, Mayville, and Cooperstown, North Dakota, and in Crookston and Fertile, Minnesota. Or shop their inventory online by visiting ChristianCarsOnline.com. Christian Brothers Auto Group is here to help you purchase your next vehicle or service your current one. We'll give you a quick rundown, and the first half kind of went by pretty quickly, if I do say so. Of course, the first quarter went by like a flash. The second quarter had a couple more fouls, a couple more turnovers, a lot of dead balls, stuff like that. So, of course, second quarter went by a little faster, or a little slower than the first quarter. But all in all, it's been a, roller coaster of events so far here in tonight's game between the Eagles and Spartans.
It's crazy to agree with you about the first quarter going by so quickly, because wasn't the final score of that first period 8-3 Eagles?
Yep.
So it's just a slow, methodical defensive squabble right now, and everything picks up in the second quarter with both teams finding a little bit momentum, more along the North Border side. As far as Finley-Sharon Page, they're not slowing down on offense. They're putting up shots when they don't run any play. It doesn't look like they're running plays whatsoever at some points. On the last three possessions of the second quarter, taking shots with time or no time on the shot clock, could have taken the last shot of the half, and then Schlotfeld puts one up near the blue line, near the half court, when she could have moved up just extra couple of feet to give her a better angle, a better look, and it didn't matter in the long run, but they still could have found some points or better looks at the bucket going into halftime, now down by 7.
Yes, and when you say the first quarter, yes, the first quarter ended 8-3, with the only scoring from the Spartans becoming of Marissa Mitchell's three-point bomb early in the quarter. And for the North Border Eagles, they're basically led in scoring with 7 first-quarter points from Jenna Frazier and had 1 pitched in from Kira Moore. We get into the second quarter the Eagles actually won the quarter 12-10 over the Spartans, but both teams got into double figures and the game started kind of amplifying up a little bit. Reagan Zerfus finally was able to get on the scoreboard, having 5 in the second quarter. Allison Stromstead pitches in a corner 3, as well as Marissa Mitchell getting that N1 opportunity, missing the free throw, but getting the N1 there to get their 10 points in that first half.
I'm sure Coach Laura Irie is telling her girls inside the locker room right now at the half, emphasizing the fact that they have 13 points and 11 turnovers, only 2 less on the scoreboard. So those opportunities, either that they're being wasted with quick possessions and quick shots, or they're being ripped away with poor ball handling.
As for the North Border Eagles, they come in with the second quarter scoring 12 to make their total 20. They got their 12 points from a 3 from Helen, a two-point shot here from Brown, another 3 from Jenna Frazier, and a free throw from Taylon Dungan, what's that?
Dunnigan.
Dunnigan, thank you. I knew I wasn't saying it right. And then Lauren Carrier picks up 2 points there. The scoring totals for the Eagles, 2 for Brown, 3 for Helen, 3 for Carrier, 10 for Frazier, 1 for Kira Moore, and 1 for Dunnigan. As for the Spartans, they are led in scoring, or basically a tie in scoring, with Reagan Zerfus with 5, Marissa Mitchell with 5, and Allison Stromstead with 3. We'll come back and give you our thoughts on what both teams need to do here in the second half after this on yourliveevent.com.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
As we welcome you back into the Christian Brothers Auto Group halftime report. And again, it is 20-13, the North Border Eagles holding the advantage over the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans on your Steel Seed Chad Elbert scoreboard.
And, of course, please give Chad your business at 701-866-2972.
Second half, what are we looking at? Of course, let's start with the Spartans, as they are the team on the deficit side of the scoring right now. What do you see from your view that they need to do better here in the second half?
Not to keep overemphasizing it, but just slow down. Let the offense come to you. Let your shots open themselves up. When they do, they've found good looks. Mitchell just happened to pull up from NBA range and sink a tray. That was nothing but net and wet. Stromstedt found one off the bank from the left corner on the far left. And when they don't settle, it's either over anxious air balls or they're putting up other air balls that from mid-range that somehow fall into Reagan Zerfus' lap, and she is immediately swarmed by the entire North Border defense and their parents as well. And she can't get anything off. That's why she only has 5 points right now.
I love how you use my line from last night's boys basketball game on the slow down part, but it's true. They do need to slow it down, control a little bit more. You know, of course, with the North Border Eagles, they're both playing basically a 2-3 zone. You don't need to rush it. Even though their offense is kind of the bread and butter, goes inside the Zerfus, you're trying to force it too much. And, you know, right now they need that outside contribution from Mitchell, from Mayhews, from Schlotfeld when she's in the ball game. You need to have more variety of offensive scoring opportunities than just Zerfus inside on the block, because 2-3 zone eats that alive. Now we'll flip it over to the Eagles. What do you see from this young Eagles team to help them, propel them to a playoff victory here tonight?
The Eagles have better ball movement so far in that first half, but when they get inside the paint on some runners, some jumpers, they just don't look like they have good form sometimes. The shot goes up off the bottom of the rim, off the back of the backboard, however you do that, and just can't find pretty shots. But when they do get outside the arc, they can make it swish.
And they definitely can make it rain, as both teams ready to get the second half underway, as both Coach Laura Irie and Coach Patrick Dunnigan for the North Border Eagles, you know, give their last advice before the second half kicks off. We will kick off the second half with the Spartans holding the basketball, or starting with the basketball, and they'll be going from right to left. Now flipping the sides court. Marissa Mitchell, 3-ball from the left wing, up, no good, and it's going to be rebounded here by Kira Helen, and it's going to be set up by the Eagles. Good first possession there from the Spartans, or?
She had a look, she hesitated, and that might have gotten in her head a little bit on that shot. She had a nice opening there just for a cold second.
Brown kicks it over to Frazier. Frazier's going to drive baseline on Mayhews. Now gets it inside to Dunnigan, and she's going to walk. As when she pump fake, shuffled the feet just a little bit, and it's enough to get the official to call the travel there, as it is going to be a turnover on the Eagles. And again, that's not the way they want to start the second half as well. Stromstead now has it on the left wing. She gets it back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell to Mayhews. Mayhews into the corner is Reagan Zerfus now. Zerfus gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell looking inside, dribbling it around, gets it back up to the top, actually swung all the way to the left side, and here is Mayhews to Zerfus. Now here, Surface gets a screen from Larson out to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to line the three up off front iron. No good. And a rebound here by Jenna Frazier. She's going to wait for the whole team to go to the other side, and she'll bring it up now, settling it down for the Eagles here.
Great ball movement by the Spartans. Just couldn't connect on an open three.
Mid-range jump shot up and no good. Good contest there by the Spartans as Kira Helen just misses it off the back iron. Now here it is to Zerfa. She's going to drive in, and she's going to get an offensive charge called against her. Drawing that charge that time was Kira Helen, as she'll pick up Reagan Zerfas' first foul of the ball game and knocks away 2 points. So if you're looking at this, any way you score it, it's a 2-0 swing right now with that call. Can the Eagles add anything here as they're going to drive to the middle and a shot put up, and it's going to send, that is Frazier, to the line to shoot 2. So a 2-0 swing with 2 free throws oncoming. A big charge call there that time here early in the second half.
Zerfa's trying to take it coast to coast off the rebound and answering right back. Frazier was trying to, and she knew she could pick up the foul inside the paint. That's why she was driving so hard, and now she's going to make the Spartans pay with that first swish.
Frazier's first one is up and good at the line, as she'll get a second free throw opportunity here. No team has went 2 for 2 from the line yet here in tonight's ball game, as she makes that a quick, far statement there on my end.
Was that a positive broadcaster's jinx?
It was. I wanted to make sure it was something where I'm not jinxing it all the time, because I hate the jinx. Spartans now have it here to Zerfas at the elbow. Zerfas lost control of it, stolen away, and the Eagles will come with it now on the right side. Here is Brown. She's going to drive baseline shot up and good. And again, a 6-0 swing now as Brown adds it in. And we are going to get a timeout. Coach Laura Irie, a full timeout, 24-13 on your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard. The Eagles holding the advantage over the Spartans with 6:09 here in the third quarter.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
Welcoming you back to Walhalla, North Dakota. And Derek, what's a better town name than Walhalla?
Valhalla, but that one's fictional, according to Norse mythology and also the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Walhalla, North Dakota is the site for this North Border Eagles versus Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans in a play-in playoff game, with the Eagles holding the 24-13 advantage over the Spartans right now. The Spartans have the basketball with just over 6 minutes and counting in the third quarter. Zerfas now has it, gets a screen here from Stromstead, now tries to throw it in the middle to Mitchell. Stolen away by Addison Brown. She's going to go with it coast to coast. Right hand layup up and good. And now extends the lead to double the points of the Spartans, 26-13. And it looks like the Eagles are taking control of this ballgame.
Deja vu, Addie Brown coast to coast twice.
Mitchell shot up, no good. Defensive rebound that time by Kira Moore. And she still has it here as she had a pesting Allison Stromstead there trying to steal it away, but the Eagles will have possession here as Addison Brown gets a nice backdoor cut there by Kira Moore. No good. Good shot contest there by Zerfas. She'll come with it off the rebound. Zerfas drives to the right block. Shot up, no good, but she'll get 2 free throws here at the line. Zerfas looked to be playing with a little more fire, had a little more of the flair when she got the rebound and swung her arm a little viciously. Is she playing with a little more fire right now?
Both teams playing with their feet on fire right now. Both trying to outrace each other in a track meet. Zerfas switches the first one, trying to go coast to coast on back-to-back-to-back possessions.
Reagan Zerfas' first one from the line is up and good. The second one is also good for good. Ever since I made the 1 for 2 comment, both teams have made both free throws at the line. It is a positive jinx as it cuts the lead for the Eagles to 11.
Depends on your point of view there.
As they have the possession here, they swing it all the way top. Frazier, left corner 3, up, no good. Offensive rebound controlled here by the Eagles as it's Addison Brown. Brown tries to go in and make a look to be looking towards the basket, and she's going to get tied up there with Allison Stromstead here. But it's going to be a possession staying with the Eagles here, left side out of bounds.
Looked like Larson could have snagged that rebound. She went after it, but she must have thought it was going out of bounds with her basketball.
In bounding it here set up by Helen. Now gets it over to Addison Brown. Addison Brown driving with her right hand from the right block as Larson looked to get a hand on that one and rejected away. And here come the Spartans with it. Mitchell, Stromstead inside to Zerfus. Zerfus tries to make a move, still has the basketball, gets it to Larson. Larson pitches it out to Mayhews, to Mitchell, left wing three. Up, off, no good. Zerfus with the offensive rebound, and we're going to get a ground foul called on the Eagles as Zerfus putting in a little more work there on the offensive glass.
I would say back on that Jillian Larson block, she didn't get a hand on it. She had a whole palm on it. She just snagged that thing away.
It was almost a snatch block, except she didn't come down with it on the ball or when she was bringing her arm through. It could have been a snatch block, but it was not. Stromstead inbounds it, and Mitchell is going to get a turnover as she was pestering there with Addison Brown, and it's going to be a turnover off of her going the way of the Eagles. 14 team turnovers on the Spartans. Done a pretty good job here in the second half to limit them, but the scoreboard still is not in their favor as they shot up no good that time by the Eagles as they had a good opportunity there on the left side for Caitlin Volk, but it is no good. Now inside the Spartans, get it to Zerfus. Her shot up no good. Good contest there by Caitlin Volk as the shot goes off the glass or off the back iron. No good as the Eagles come with it now on the left side. Shot up, put no good that time by Jenna Frazier, but she's going to go to the line to shoot a pair. Foul is on 5. Beth Mayhews for the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans. That is going to be Beth Mayhews' second of the ball game. Third team here in the second half.
Even the first quarter, the Spartans already gave the Eagles 7 team fouls early on in the first half.
The first one at the line from Jenna Frazier is good. Give her 3 free throw points here in the second half. All 3 of her points from the line. The second one from Frazier is up and good. Give her 4 for 4 from the line here tonight as we are going to get another timeout by Coach Laura Irie, and we are going to get a full timeout from the Spartans here on your with the score reading 28-15. The Eagles holding the advantage over the Spartans on your Chad Albert Steel Seed scoreboard here with 4:03 left in the third quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
We have a timeout, and we have a new lineup for the Spartans as they're going to roll with a couple of younger girls. Kaisa Carlson checks in, as well as Hudson Zerfus and Claire Irie. Mitchell, Kaisa Carlson now to Mitchell. Mitchell inside to Irie, almost lost control of it. Back out to Mitchell. Kaisa Carlson lines a 3 up and good. And maybe that's a spark you need for the Spartans here. Kaisa Carlson comes in, gets 3. And pressuring. They're playing a little more upfront defense here as Addison Brown slows it down and gets it to Jenna Frazier.
Check out the emotion by Coach Laura Irie on that shot by Carlson. She loved it.
As it is into the corner, here is, or swung across the Eagles. Now it's into the corner for Jenna Frazier. Frazier's going to drive to the paint, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Zerfus, and she'll bring it up the court for the Spartans here. Zerfus on a basically a steam-powered train trying to go through that little gap. She'll get through it and get a draw a foul. Geez, I couldn't find the right words to describe that one.
They couldn't find the shot in the last possession by the Eagles. It looks like a shot put more instead of a stereotypical basketball put up.
Spartans down 10, 28-18 with 3:05 here in the third quarter. Mitchell, Kaisa Carlson now. Mitchell now has it back up on top. Now over to Kaisa Carlson. Thought about another 3, no good. She'll swing it over to the left side to Hudson Zerfus. Tries to feed it into Reagan Zerfus, and it's going to be the official didn't call that one in my view, but they're going to say out of bounds off the Eagles. It's going to stay with the Spartans here as Hudson Zerfus inbound it.
He initially said, yeah.
Kaisa Carlson, quick shot off the inbounds. It is going to be no good, but it's going to stay with the Spartans again. I didn't see a call there.
He initially pointed towards North Border's side of the court on that first out-of-bounds whistle.
Zerfus inbound. Hudson Zerfus inbounds it to Kaisa Carlson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get a shot up here. Mitchell Now over to Kaiser Carlson with 2 seconds. She puts a shot up. No good. Good defense there by the Eagles, but a shot clock violation deters any transition offense they could have had there. 2:35, 10-point advantage, 28-18 on your Chad Albert Steel Seat scoreboard as Hudson Surface working it, but no, it's going to be staying with the, as a great pass there by Kira Moore, quickly up that time to, that was Taylon Dunnigan, and she'll finish it on the right end, but you can't discredit Hudson Surface's defense there on that last one, even though it allowed 2 points in transition there.
Laying her body on the line on the hardwood.
Mitchell, Mitchell, over to Hudson Surface. Mid-range jump shot up off glass, no good. And a loose ball, and there's Surface again on the ground, but that time the Eagle who was on the ground was Kira Helen. She sold her body out and gets it quickly up as the Eagles get another transition opportunity. No good on the right side. That shot that time from Addison Brown, and it's going to be rebounded by the Spartans as they come with it now on the top. Swinging over to Hudson Surface again. Feeds it inside to Reagan. She gets a shot up, but it's going to be tied up. We're going to get another jump ball. It's going to stay with the Spartans here with 1:49 here in the third quarter. Yeah.
Confusion there of Hudson Surface and who's going to inbound it.
Substitution. Who checks in? That would be Larson for... Who did Larson check in for?
Looked like Marissa Mitchell.
Yeah, no. Marissa Mitchell is inbounding it. Larson, Mitchell, 3-ball in the corner, up, no good, as we're going to get an offensive foul. Reagan Surface goes over the back, over a good box out there that time by Kira Moore. And it's going to draw a foul on Surface, give her second team foul of this second half. Her second personal here in the game. Kira Moore has it here as she has a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Gets it to, that is Taylon. As she gets it stolen away, Taylon Dunnigan gets it stolen away as Surface. As we are going to get a warning called. We got a warning called on Reagan Surface.
Yeah, she had a little bit of an attitude there, or to the ref's point of view, being harassed. I'm not going to lie, the tension here is giving me a little bit of anxiety.
Kaiser Carlson to Mitchell. Mitchell now trying to get it back to Kaiser Carlson. They get it back to Mitchell. Inside and out. Larson, Mitchell on the ground with it with the Eagles. And that is Addison Brown on the ground for that one, getting a tie up here.
Be an interesting topic in the Surface household if Reagan picked up a technical a day after Owen did last night against Barnes County North. She was being double teamed and just she might have her body language to the ref. That's the same thing with Owen last night. Can literally guess at this point.
As the Eagles now have it here on the right side, gets into the corner. This shot put up for a 3 that time by the Eagles, as that was Kira Helen. No good, as again we have people falling to the ground. Addison Brown on there with Allison Stromstead, and it's going to go out of bounds off of.
Looks like Hudson Surface got hit with the basketball going for it.
Eagles inbounded here as Kira Moore lines a 3 up, no good, and a long rebound controlled by Addison Brown, and she's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to go the way of the Spartans here. Physicality really is picked
Physicality,
up.
body language. I don't know if Hudson might have muttered something, one of those no words on the court.
You mean Reagan?
Reagan, of course, yes.
Stolen
Hudson,
away
Reagan,
here
Owen.
by the Eagles as that is Frazier. Frazier almost lost control of it, but she'll get, no, actually that ball was stolen away that time by Helen. Now he got to Frazier. Frazier has it on the top, so swing it over to the right side for Addison Brown. Now over to Helen, and a stolen away pass, or a deflected pass, controlled here by Stromstead. She's going to come with it on the right side. Shot put up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Moore, and quickly up to Frazier. Frazier's got a full head of steam, trying to avoid Steinke there. Good defense, and with 9 seconds left, the Spartans might have an opportunity for another shot here. Steinke, 3-ball up, no good, and Moore has it here with a second left. She's going to line one, go, and it goes!
Oh my goodness! Did she really just do that?
Yes. And I think it does count. The officials are allowing it. That shot too good.
Top 5 plays of the week, top 10, #1 contender right there. Oh, good night.
As that puts the lead for the Eagles, going into the fourth quarter with a 15-point advantage, 33-18, as we'll come back with fourth quarter action after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at the Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about the Hope Page Public Schools and stay up to date with school and athletic calendars, teacher pages, and news by visiting hope-page.k12.nd.us. We are Spartans. We are learners, leaders, achievers, and believers. We will change the world.
8 minutes remaining in one team's playoff future in the season, in line with 8 minutes to play, as the inbounds will go with the Spartans here, as it is now settled by Mayhew, trying to get it inside his surface, and it's going to be stolen away, controlled by the Eagles here, as the person with the ball in the hands almost knocked Derek Zimmerman-Geyer's socks off with that mid-court shot there, as Frazier gets a shot up on the backdoor cut there, gets it off the left glass. Too good for two.
Well, it gave me an outer body experience, that's for darn sure.
Here it is now for the Spartans, as it is Mitchell lining another NBA range three, no good. Long rebound controlled by Mayhews. Now gets it back to Mitchell. Schlodfeld looking forward to go with it, gets it to Mayhews, mid-range jump shot up, no good. Long rebound controlled by Zerfus, now to Stromstead. Stromstead's going to line a three up, no good, off back iron. And it's going to be rebounded here by Jenna Frazier of the Eagles, and she'll come with it here with 7 minutes in counting in tonight's game.
Joe, I'm still not over that shot.
I know you're not. Moore has it here on the right side. Moore trying to get it inbound. Stromstead, good anticipation, pokes it away, but it's going to stay with the Eagles here, as they're going to get a basket there on the miscommunication on the defensive end. As that basket good, that time from Taylon Dunnigan, and she'll add 2 more to her total.
This game is starting to look similar as we have a walk by Mayhews. Spartans turned over for now the 16th time of this game to their 18 points. This game's looking similar back to that December 19th matchup when North Border beat Finley-Sharon Page 49-29. If it keeps going up like this, we might get a similar score.
Well, right now it is a 19-point advantage, and the Eagles won that game by 20. So we're right there in that threshold for the kind of like a deja vu moment here. As Frazier now has it, she's set it up, gets it over to Addison Brown. Brown gets it to the free throw line. Now back out to Frazier. Her three ball is up off front iron. No good. Rebounded here by Moore. Swung out to Brown, who will set the offense back up with a fresh 35 shot clock. Brown now gets it over to the right side. Here is Lauren Carrier. Carrier inside to Dunnigan, and she's going to get it deflected off of her, out of bounds. It's going to go the way of the Spartans with 6 minutes in tonight's game.
Nice little give and go action, and just bounced right off her hands going inside the lane.
Mitchell swings it over to Mayhews. Mayhews now has it pivoting around, gets it up top to Mitchell. Now a tip pass controlled here by Zerfus. Run around shot in the paint, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Kiera Moore and settled down by Addison Brown, and she'll bring it up for the Eagles. Brown still has control of it, guarded by Stromstead. Now it is to Dunnigan, now into the corner, Kiera Moore. Moore trying to get it inside to Dunnigan, guarded here in the post by Schlodfeld. Now back out to Moore, three ball up, off back iron, no good. Offensive rebound here by Frazier, and she'll get 2 points to go down there. Here is Mitchell with it for the Spartans. Nice pass inside to Zerfus, but she cannot finish there on the inside. And Frazier with the defensive rebound. She'll get it over to Kiera Moore. Moore now across here to Carrier. Carrier on the left side is going to drive, and was she looking to draw a foul, or was it just a loose ball? Anyway, you look at it, the Spartans come with it now here on the left side block. It is Zerfus. Turnaround shot up and good over Kiera Moore. Give her first 2 of this fourth quarter. 39-20 the score with 4:40 left in tonight's game. Frazier has it on top of the key. Give it over to Dunnigan. Dunnigan looking for where to go with it. She'll dribble twice to the right side, picks up her dribble, now hands it over, or bounce pass it over to Addison Brown. Brown slowing it down a little bit, guarded heavily here by Stromstead. Moore driving to the paint with limited time on the shot clock. It goes shot up, no good. Rebounded by Allison Stromstead, and she'll come with it here on the left side. 14-12 remaining in the game. Mitchell Trying to feed it inside to Zerfus. No good as it's deflected. Controlled by Mayhews. She gets a shot up. No good as a fight for the basketball is going to be off. And they're going to say off of the Eagles. Or not off the Eagles. They're going to say off of the Spartans. And it's going to go to the Eagles. As we got a timeout on the floor with 4:01 remaining in tonight's ball game. Timeout called on the floor. We'll do the same. The Eagles holding a 19-point advantage, 39-20 over the Spartans here on YourLiveEvent.com.
All new and used equipment from Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada can be purchased with financing interest rates fixed rate 5 years as low as 2.65%. 2016 Challenger MT 865E, also a 1315 Underfirth grain cart. This is priced at $43,000. A 60-foot Flexicoil coil packer. They also have new and used Rem grain vacs for sale or rent. Thanks for your business from Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
Another quick timeout taken by both teams as it was a full but only registered for like 30 seconds as the Eagles will come with it now as Brown gets it quickly up to Moore on the left side shot goes up, no good, and a loose ball is going to say off the Eagles. It's going to go the way of the Spartans here as we had a big group substitution for the Spartans with Hudson Zerfus checking in, Esther Steinke, Kaisa Carlson, Jillian Larson, and Claire Irie. As Hudson Zerfus gets her pass deflected, and they're going to have a little back and forth. It's going to go out of bounds off Hudson, and it's going to go the way of the Eagles.
This one with about 3:43 left, 19-point lead. It was a good effort in the first half by the Spartans, but now with all these new substitutions in, getting these girls playing time, this one might be cooked.
As the Eagles now control it here with Frazier. Frazier heavily guarded there by Hudson Zerfus, and Steinke dribbled it off of her foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Going back to the Eagles with 3:25. 3 1/4. Well, we can't say quarter because quarter means 15 in time, but whatever. 25. 3. I'm trying to make something up.
Got any quarters for me for my laundry tonight?
No, I do not. You need a lot of quarters. Eagles have it here. Addison Brown, 3-ball, right wing, up and good. And now pushes the lead to a 22-point advantage as Addison Brown adds 9 points to her total, almost in double figures here tonight. 42-20, Spartans with the basketball. Kaisa Carlson gets it over across to Esther Steinke. Steinke dribbling through, so drive to the baseline, and she's going to pick up her dribble and trying to pitch it back up top to either Larson or Kaisa Carlson, but stolen away by Addison Brown. Brown is going to pull it back and slow it down for the Eagles, as now she'll have it up top is Kira Moore. Kira Moore gets it to Addison Brown. Kira Moore gets it back on a give and go. No good. Good defense there by Claire Irie. Does she get credit with a block on that one?
I'll give it to her. That was quite the rejection, I would say so.
Hudson Zerfus finds a way through the defense, but it is going to be a no good shot there. Rebounded by Kira Moore, and Hudson Zerfus is playing with, I don't even.
Ferocity.
Very ferocity.
Animosity.
Whatever. Shot put up here by the Eagles. No good on the right side. On the right side block that time by, it looked to be Addison Brown. Yes, it was. No good on that one. It's going to go out of bounds, going back to the Spartans. As Hudson has it here now, she'll get it over to Kaisa Carlson. Kaisa thought about a three, does not. Pulls it over and across to Esther Steinke. Steinke now gets it over to Zerfus here in the corner. Carlson up top. Carlson dribbling around, gets a screen from Larson. Bounce pass across to Steinke. Trying to feed it inside to Irie, and it's going to be an airmailed, and it's going to be a turnover. Eagles with possession of the basketball. Call a timeout, 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here. How about that?
Keep it here.
We'll keep it here.
For the final game for these Spartans tonight, let's talk about them a little bit. What's going to be a 4-16 season. Had a chance to play in a play-in Region 2
Wait. Hold on a second. Are you play-by-play guy or color guy? Let me set the scene.
All right there.
Let me get back to the game that we're
actually doing. Brockmeyer.
42-20 is the score. The Eagles hold the advantage over the Spartans with 1:46 here in the fourth quarter. But yes, let's get in talks to what a season it's been for the Spartans, as we will be they will be done after tonight. Again, led by Reagan Zerfus, who had a great year. Marissa Mitchell, Beth Mayhews, the only two seniors that they are losing for next year's squad. A lot of positives you can take out of a year like this. Of course, not from what happened last year with a almost 500 record, dropping a little bit more. But at least picking up a few wins in the season.
You got Zerfus to develop, of course, as well.
Zerfus has it now here as she checks back into the ball game. Gets over to Mayhews, to Mitchell. Mitchell across to Stromstead. Stromstead to Mitchell. She's going to line a 3 up. Off back iron, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Zerfus. She gets a shot up and one. And it's going to go there. Just too little, too late.
Zerfus in the block. What else is new? But at this point, like you said, but again, more chances for her to develop her game. Her freshman year, really working on as she rattles at home. She really worked on inside the paint, inside the block, and averaged double digits all season long because of it. Now next season, keep developing that game. More facets of the game of basketball coming to Reagan Zerfus's holster.
As the Eagles have it now here, it is Addison Brown has it on the right side. She's looking, they're just slowing it down, trying to waste as much clock as they can to let this one grind to 0 here as Addison Brown tries to drive baseline and cut off on a blocking foul.
What I was trying to say is repertoire for Zerfus.
Repertoire?
Repertoire, yeah.
Repertoire.
That's what I said. This
You
isn't
said repertoire.
This is. I'm from the Midwest, okay?
I'm from the Midwest too. What's
no,
your
you're
point?
from North. You're from Canada.
I'm not from Canada, but whatever. Repertoire. Here it is, into the corner as a pump fake. Good pump fake there from Helen. And feeds inside and a nice basket there by Caitlin Volk. And everyone who is dressed for the Eagles tonight has scored a basket in tonight's ball game. 44-23 as the Spartans look to get it inside to Zerfus. Her shot up off the right side glass and gets that one to go. Stromstead jumps or anticipates it. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be a going back towards the Eagles here with just under 34 seconds in tonight's game.
Shot clock officially turned off. North Border, if they're not pestered, never mind.
Mitchell with the steal. She'll drive to the baseline. Shot up, no good. She loses the handle of it. And they're going to stay off of Mitchell. And they're going to go the way of the Eagles here. Down 19 points with 27 seconds left in tonight's ball game. They do get it inbound here to Addison Brown. Addison Brown dribbling near the timeline. She gets across, and she could literally hold it on this possession if she wanted to. Brown, pestered, now gets it back out top to Volk. Now settled down here by Helen. Helen picks up her dribble with about 9 seconds left in tonight's game. Helen pivoting around. She's going to get called for the 5-second. I don't know what that true call is. The 5-second. I don't know what the call is, but you know, if you're held in a position where the defender is not in over arm's length of you get called for 5 seconds there. Allison Stromstead finishes the game with a 3-ball left corner as she gets it to go, but again, too little, too late, and that is ball game with the Eagles taking the victory. Eagles taking the victory over the Spartans and moving on to the next round of the playoffs here in Region 2 with a 48-28 victory over the Spartans on your Chad Obert Steel Seed scoreboard. We'll come back and wrap this whole game up and wrap up the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans girls basketball season after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program for kids. It's a young savers club with various incentives, including newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to find out more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The aisles at Mix Grocery and Hope are filled with products you know and love. That's why Mix Grocery is your one-stop shop for all of your shopping needs. Mix has a deli, bakery, produce, and fresh meat. Whether you're looking for quick and easy meals or trying a new recipe, you'll find what you need at a great value. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mix Grocery in Hope, North Dakota. 701-945-2691.
Welcoming you into the post-game report following the Eagles' victory over the Spartans here tonight by defeating them 44-28 here on your Chad Obert Steel Seat scoreboard. And the Eagles move on to the second round in the Region 2 competition, and we have to say goodbye to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page girls basketball season, or to the basketball season, as they are done with a final record of 4-16 an overall season record. Derek, we'll get into it, but let's get your words first. You know, tonight, you can talk about tonight's game, you can talk about the season. Let's focus more right now on the game itself. Of course, you know, in that first half, they were able to stay within double-digit points, or single-digit points, I'm sorry, only being down at the half by 7. What went wrong in that second half? You know, because you had experience of watching the first game. What was different from the first game to the second game's second half?
To put it as, not bluntly, but as simple as possible, it was a near identical type of problem for Finley-Sharon Hope Page, as same as on that December 19th game in our first matchup between these two squads. And also it carried over from the first half. They just couldn't settle down on their shot selections and turned over the ball, we got 5, 10, 15, 18 times to their 28 points. So a combination of just wasted opportunities on the offensive side with shot selection and giving the ball up. And something that has plagued Finley-Sharon Hope Page all season long.
Yes, it has. And again, the turnover numbers nearing their points total scored in tonight's game. Again, that's something we've become accustomed to with these girls, Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartan girls this season. And tonight, no different story. What was the final tally on turnovers tonight?
For the Spartans, we have them topped off at 18 turnovers.
It wasn't as bad. I think they had, 12 in that first half? Not 12, but 14 in the first half.
I'm actually disregarding a whole portion right here. I believe they had 23.
Yeah, that sounds more like...
To the game we saw.
Yes, that sounds like more like the game we saw. But again, they came on that first quarter. Both teams, it wasn't a full-on back-and-forth heavyweight fight, but it was both teams knowing this is it. Like, this is the final game of the season and, playing a little bit more aggressive. But, of course, in that second half when Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans were not able to get baskets to go, they, were playing a little more aggressive, which also became a little more physical. And, of course, the game kind of escalated pretty quickly.
And also got testy there for a second. Of course, emotions run hot when your season is on the line. Reagan Zerfus picked up a warning by the ref. With North Border and Finley-Sharon Hope Page, I felt like a game that was just slow, methodical, and defensive in the first half, with North Border putting it in the fourth and eventually fifth gear in the latter quarters.
We'll give a final stat breakdown here. And Derek, I know you were keeping track of the turnovers. You'll help me on that when we get to the team stat portion. We'll first start with the victorious North Border Eagles. Here they are led in scoring tonight by, that was Jenna Frazier, 16 points, had 10 in the first half, 6 in the second half, and had a all-around help the Eagles to victory here tonight. Addison Brown had 9, 2 points in the first half, but, going off for 7 in the second half to help the spark there for the Eagles that they needed late in the game. They are their third leading scorer tonight. Kira Moore added a 3 and a free throw in tonight's ball game. They have 3 people with 3 points here. Kira Helen, Laura Carrier, and as well as Taylon Dunnigan have 3 points between the 3 of them. And to round off their scoring total, the final player, all Eagles scored in tonight's ball game, which was a good sight for them. Caitlin Volk adds in 2 points with her 4th quarter basket, giving all, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Eagles scored in tonight's ball game. That is pretty impressive.
And to add to that, 14 total turnovers by North Border. To any other team, that would be detrimental to their offense. However, when you play a team that turns it over 23 times and only scores 28 points, you're going to come up with the dub.
Kind of even it out there, if you want to say there. But yes, 14 turnovers. Wasn't a great performance, but it was enough to move on to the second round as the Eagles look to be coming out for pictures.
I see sparkling water right there.
They do. It's like they're champagne, if you want to say, because of course we can't. I guess.
Of course. Thanks for breaking down the law, Joe.
I guess, yeah, I can't say that. Disregard, I just said that. I was thinking about professional celebrations. Anyway, we'll flip it over. Now we'll go to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans. Wipe that smirk off.
He's thinking of The Last Dance and MJ chugging down some champagne.
No, celebrating with champagne. How cool it you're getting my mind off track. For the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, they were led in scoring tonight by, of course, Reagan Zerfus. 14 points, 5 in the first half, 9 in the second half. I mean, they needed all of her. They needed all the scoring they could have gotten out of her, but they were not able to get enough as she puts up 14 of the team's 28, half of the points total. Their second leading scorer tonight, Allison Stromstead, adding a 3 in both the second and the fourth quarter, giving her 6 for the ball game. Marissa Mitchell with 5 points, all in the first half, and Kaisa Carlson off the bench rounds out the scoring with a 3 in that third quarter. Again, for the Spartans, I know you'll have the team stats. Of course, we knew Reagan Zerfus was going to be the leading scorer. For them, they didn't have that, that second scoring option that, most teams need. At least, with the Eagles, you have a high scorer in Frazier, but Addison Brown also pitches in quite a bit there too, and more consistently. The Spartans were not able to get consistent scoring out of a second option, even with Zerfus not being able to score in that first half.
We talked about it in the pregame show. Of course, Reagan Zerfus needs a second-hand woman to help her out on the offensive side. And we always see it might be Marissa Mitchell with a game-starting 3, or it might be Allie Stromstead, who both started the game with 3s from the top of the key in the left corner, and they just didn't pick up after those shots.
For the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans, their team totals, Derek, tonight are 23 team turnovers. What else did you get out of it?
Just got the turnovers, but when you have 23 turnovers, again, to emphasize it, 28 points, 23 turnovers, it's a recipe for disaster, and it's a recipe for a loss, and a tough one to take here tonight for Finley-Sharon Hope Page.
And that is for the Finley-Sharon Hope Page, it is a tough loss, and it will end the season. Again, their final record tonight, 4-16 on the season, with the North Border Eagles defeating the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans 44-28 on your Chat Over at Steel Seat scoreboard. We'll come back after one break down our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game as well here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The vision of the Finley-Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationships to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Finley-Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit finleysharonschool.com. And go Spartans!
Welcome you back to Walhalla, North Dakota for your final time. We're going to come back, or not come back, but we're going to break down our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, as well as our RDK Precision Player of the Game. And then we'll sign it off from Walhalla, North Dakota. But first, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Derek, flash up the Enbridge sign. There it is. The Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. None other from the North Border Eagles. We're going to go with Jenna Frazier. Her stat line tonight, 16 points, 7 rebounds, and contributing 3 assists on tonight's ball game. Had a huge hand in tonight's win for the North Border Eagles. And, of course, getting the scoring started early for them, and as well able to finish as of late, knocking. Mostly her second half consisted of free throws and controlling the offense, as well as grabbing defensive rebounds to stop any momentum the Spartans had.
Of course, she had a great night. Speaking of great moments in this game, we can't forget about that buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter. Joe, please take us through that one more time.
Kira Moore, her only 3 points of the ball game came when she got an defensive rebound. I don't remember what all happened.
She threw it like Patrick Mahomes is what she did.
That's why you wanted it broken down. She got a defensive rebound or a loose ball from just over the half court line from about where Derek point out where about it was.
Oh yeah, we're gonna just take it on here right now to flash off
right where Marissa Mitchell is right now.
Pulling up right there by the white shoes and all the way. Just imagine your imaginary graphics right now, right in the net. Of course, where else is going to go, of course. But that play right there by Kira Moore, the half-court quarterback pass for the tray.
The bomb.
A bomb and a half is definitely our top number 1 contending play for our top 5 and top 10 plays of the week and month, respectively.
I thought Derek had an extra levitation gear because I literally looked over to my left and I had to look up like he was like 7'6" or something because he was all the way up in the air because he could not believe that shot by Kira Moore. But it was somewhat of an excitement game or a point in the game, which tonight had a lot of excitement. But again, the Eagles were able to pull out the victory over the Spartans. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game again, Jenna Frazier for the North Border Eagles. Enbridge work has begun to replacing Line 3 and keeping everyone safe as Enbridge's top priority. COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because we want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game again from the North Border Eagles, Jenna Frazier. We'll flip it now to the RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game, and from the rest of the players of the game, Reagan Zerfus, I guess, will give that one to her. No one else had really an amazing stat line. Addison Brown had 9 points, but 1 rebound, 2 assists. It wasn't as eye-popping as Reagan Zerfus having 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals. Again, great performance from Reagan Zerfus in a losing effort. She earns the RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprise at their locations in Hillsboro, Drayton, North Dakota to learn more about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprise Planner.com. That again, our RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the Game, Reagan Zerfus of the Finley-Sharon Page Spartans in tonight's losing effort and season in the books for the Spartans. The Eagles will move on to play another day.
They move on here in this Region 2 playing game, and Finley-Sharon Page comes to a close. A lot to work on, but a lot to build on, of course.
And for both teams, both teams have bright futures. Of course, Reagan Zerfus has 2 more years for the Spartans, as she'll be coming back as a junior. Stromstead returns. Esther Steinke returns. Kayla Schlotfeld. Jillian Larson will return. Kaiser Carlson. Hudson Zerfus. They'll have a lot of young talent still working their way up to the next level. But again, I guarantee you this North Border Eagle team was rated number 7 seed this year. They are as young as can be, with 2 sophomores and 4 freshmen rounding out tonight's team. There is a lot of potential for this team moving forward for the Eagles.
Can't say any better, that's the facts.
It is. It is straight facts, and they have a playoff win under their belt now. You can always build off a playoff win. That will do it for the broadcast here tonight from Walhalla, North Dakota. Your final score in tonight's ball game, the North Border Eagles defeating the Finley-Sharon Hope Page Spartans 44-28. I want to thank my producer, my color commentator, my cameraman, and my jumping jolly friend here, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, for tonight's help in tonight's broadcast.
Don't forget your driver, by the way.
No.
Uber charges $50.
Oh, that's cheap. To get all the way back to Ada? Ooh, that's cheap. I'll take that. $50? All right, I'll go home then. I'm Joe Stetz. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's ball game. Be sure to catch any of your live event broadcasts that go on off the YouTube on YouTube, and also check our website out at rjbroadcasting.com to view more upcoming games. As of course, with the Year Live event, we will be broadcasting all of Region 1, basically all of the Region 1 basketball games and Region 2 on Your Live event. So stay tuned, check the schedule out, and see if we have a game with your team and you'd like to tune in. Again, Joe Stetz, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, signing off from Walhalla, North Dakota, with the Eagles defeating the Spartans 44-28. Good night, everybody. Enjoy your TGIF.